guys, my name is Daniel Troutman, and today we are doing another set deconstruction video here at the smashcake.com. And today we're going to bounce on over to Pinterest, like we always do. This is a great source of inspiration for those of you who are just starting out. If you are pumping a dry creative well, like I always like to say, Pinterest is the place that's going to get those creative juices flowing for you. Now, today's photo, again, we're picking on Blueberry Beignet Photography out of Louisiana. I love these guys. And I love these guys because not only because they're from Louisiana, I'm from Louisiana. I love these guys because if you look at this photo, it doesn't overshadow the baby. There's a lot going on there, but the star is still the baby. And I love that. I have been guilty of it, and I've seen other photographers who are guilty of putting so much in a set that it just kind of overshadows the little one, and it becomes about the set and about the photographer. What it should be about is you creating heirlooms for that little one. She should be able to take this picture and show it to her great-grandchildren. You know, this is a family heirloom. That is what we do. We create heirlooms. And so they're doing a wonderful job of that right here. So if you guys want to show Blueberry Beignet's photography some love, definitely pop on over to their website. You know, I love their photos. You'll love their photos. And just to hit them up with a little note saying, hey, we love what you're doing. Keep it up. Because, as a photographer, when people do that to us here at our studio, that makes my week. So definitely give Blueberry Beignet Photography some love. Tell them that we sent you and say hey for us. So today's picture, I love it. It's all about the purple and a little bit of teal in there. I just love it. Now, those of you who have read my blogs, watched a couple of these deconstruction videos, you know that I love using a solid color. I absolutely love basing a set on color instead of basing a set, say, like on a theme, like a Harry Potter set. Now, Harry Potter's cool. I've done a couple of those sets and I love it. But the thing I love about this is that you can buy all the components here, and those components can be used in different sets. Whereas if you buy, say, a Marauder's map or a wand, that's got some limited uses. So anytime you can base a photo on color, you're going to get the maximum amount of use. And color isn't really dated. I mean, yeah, color goes through style, and like teal is all the rage and has been for a little bit, and it'll be orange next week and marsala some other week. But for the most part, color never really goes out of style. Blue is blue. Everybody loves blue. Everybody loves purple. And, it's not gonna, I'm a product of the 70s, and I can tell you, looking at my baby pictures, you can tell I'm a product of the 70s, all right? Because those pictures just scream 70s. And what we want to do as photographers is create timeless, classic heirlooms for folks, or at least that's what I want to do. So I'm going to get off my soapbox and let's get into this deconstruction. Of course, we're going to start with the background. That's what I like to do. So if you go over to the smashcake.com, you will find our pro shop. And in our pro shop is a ton of seamless paper. We use Savage. Savage is one of the brands that we love, as well as Superior. We love them both. And on here, you're going to find a plethora of colors. Now, the joy of ordering it through us is that it is an Amazon link. We do get an affiliate commission, but the joy, so we're happy about that. It keeps our lights on. But more importantly, you're going to pick up this seamless paper, and it is huge. I don't know if you've ever purchased one of these things, but I'm 6'5". They're much taller than I am. This is well, here you go. 107 inches wide. So that is not going to fit in your Mini Cooper, right? You're going to have to tie that to the roof and drive all over town with this giant, like, jousting lance sticking off the roof of your car. It's an awful thing. So when you order it using an Amazon link, of course, it's delivered in 2 days. And the joy of that is that the shipping is somebody else's problem. Okay, and we're on the second floor. Our studio is on the second floor of a very large building, and I feel for our UPS guy, but not enough to carry that roll of paper up the stairs myself. So, because there you go, I'm awful. Anyway, so definitely, I think that Blueberry Beignet, I think they used either Thistle or let's take a look. Let's go back to here we go. I think they used Thistle or possibly let's take a look down here, the Orchid. It's really hard to tell, and you can shift the colors a little bit in post-processing. But I would have to say either Thistle or Orchid, and both of those colors, of course, are available on the Smash Cake. So let's take a look at our inspiration photo. There it is. We're going to go ahead and the next thing I love those little pom-poms that are stuck to the background. We talk about these pom-poms all the time. We make videos celebrating these pom-poms because they are like one of the 5 foundational items you need to have for a Smash Cake set. The joy of these is like right here, you can see they stuck them to the background. That gives your background paper a little texture, little just something for your eye to kind of chew on as it travels through the photo. But if you were using a backdrop with, like, say, a vinyl floor, you could also use those little pom-poms to hide the seam instead of a strip of molding. And the joy of doing that is that the child is not going to hurt themselves on a pom-pom. It's tissue paper. There's no way they can hurt themselves on it. Whereas when you use a strip of molding, sometimes they get rowdy and they grab a hold of it and yank it and, hurt. It's possible they can hurt themselves on it. So I love, 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 love those little pom-poms. And of course, everything that we address in this video, we're going to go ahead and put a link to it, an Amazon link for it, in either the blog. If you're watching this video on thesmashcake.com, we'll put it in the blog. We'll give you a shopping list. And if you're watching this on YouTube, of course, we'll hit the description section and we'll fill it up with all the links here too, so that you can just, if you like the set, you can just go ahead and buy it and have it shipped directly to your studio. So yeah, let's move on to the next component, would be the balloons. How many times have I told you how much I love balloons? I love these things because when it comes to creating a set, you get a huge pop of color for like no money. I think it's like 6,000 of these for like $9.99. Okay, maybe not 6,000, but you get my drift. They're dead cheap. And the joy of this is if you fill them with helium, of course, you can put that color exactly where you want it, exactly where the composition calls for it, which is what they did here on this particular photo, is they just put these nice, beautiful round pops of color along the edges and kind of framed the child with it. And it's a wonderful way to do that. I love, 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 love helium balloons. And of course, I get them on Amazon because they're cheap, and you know that you can get the colors you want. So Hobby Lobby is amazing. They have a lot of colors, but sometimes I do hit a wall with the colors that they have available. So, all right, so let's move on. We're going to look at the Romper. Let me go ahead and scroll up. The picture is gone. I'm experiencing some Wi-Fi connection issues today. I'm not at the office. I am actually, there it is. I'm actually out in farm country trying to record this on my day off, so I apologize. Anyway, this is a lot like the rompers that we have. We have a ton of these in our prop closet. Usually I just buy the upper section. You can see this upper section right here. You can get that by itself and then buy a tutu to match. But this one I found and I loved it because it's already attached. And yeah, it makes it easier for the kid to move around when there's not 2 separate pieces. But so this is not the exact same outfit that was used here, but it's pretty darn close. So now let's look at another component. Here we go, necklaces. Now I want to talk to you guys really, really, I, I want to talk about safety. Look at this clasp right here. So the first thing you're going to notice is that's a metal clasp, and I absolutely love that. Why? Well, a lot of times you see these bead necklaces. They have an elastic string in the middle, and I can tell. We had a child come in one time, grab that beaded necklace, pull it out, and then let go of it, and she popped herself in the face with these chunky beads. Fortunately, she was fine, and that was very early on in my career. We've not used elastic beads necklaces since then because it could have been a very serious problem. She could have really hurt herself with that. And so now we make sure that all of our necklaces, all of our accessories, um, we just try to make sure the kid can't hurt themselves with it. So now this is not, of course, the exact same necklace that was used by Blueberry Beignet. You can see there's some color differences. But the point is they wanted something chunky there. They wanted something to break up the child's skin a little bit and add a pop of color to the baby. So chunky necklaces are a great way to do that. And you can find a ton of them on Amazon.com. Now the next thing on the list is a very basic excuse me, there we go. Very basic cake stand. White cake stand, man, you can't go wrong with that. In the case of a white one or these basic primary colors, I would buy two because every now and again somebody brings you twins and you got to have matching cake stands. And a white one is going to match everything. So in this particular instance, I would buy two of these white classic looking cake stands. So let's look at the next component of our set, and it's the glitter number one. Now, I've talked about the glitter number one a lot. This is $6.90 for the glitter number one, and that is a lot of money for a wax number one. It's probably too much money, but here's the deal. If I got to run to 6 stores on a day that I should be at the office marketing my business, or on a day that I should be behind the camera shooting pictures and making more money, if I'm spending that day sourcing one prop, I'm losing money. Okay, I'm a bad business person. So in this particular case, yes, I know it's $6.90 for the stupid one, and it's too much money, but I would just bite the bullet, add that to my shopping list, and know that it's just going to come with the rest of the stuff that we purchased and be there in 2 days. Um, Unless, of course, you know a grocery store that you're going to hit on the way home has that, then by all means pick that up local, but don't spend half a day trying to source a glitter number one when you can just order it off Amazon. Now, we didn't talk about where are they? We did not talk about the peacock feathers. The peacock feathers, I love these things. When I first started buying them, I'm like, I'm only going to use these for one particular set. And then I realized that if the set has green in it, I can use them. If it has brown, I can use them. If it has teal, I can use them. Purple. I mean, you can pull all of these colors out. And peacock feathers were way more versatile than I ever thought they would be. So yeah, I mean, here's a 12 pack on Amazon for $21.60 plus $8 shipping, right? But you can get it Prime, and it's 2 days and all that good stuff. Now, if you know somebody with a peacock, I would definitely hit them up. I would source these local if you could, but if you can't, Amazon is definitely gonna get you there. So all right, you guys, there it is. Thank you to Blueberry Beignet Photography for posting this on Pinterest. I really appreciate you guys putting your work out there. It's because, well, honestly, it's an inspiration when I get kind of uninspired and unenthused. And yes, I do have those days. I like to hit Pinterest, and it's pictures like these that perk me right back up. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you want to be on our list and be notified every time we make a new video. And if you want more tips on how to run a better business, how to design sets, photography tips, definitely check out thesmashcake.com. So thanks again, you guys. My name is Daniel Troutman, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.